home straight. 10 flights of hurdles. Offerel Derry, 3-1 favourite. Got quite a bit in hand here today, back over hurdles compared to his best chase form, around about 1.5 stones, and that's why he's gone 11-4 now, I suspect. From Dawn to Dusk, he ran perfectly respectively 3 weeks ago at Market Race, and he's 4-1. 5-1 Seawall, he could be an improver. Winner at Bangor last time. On fitness, Decisive looked in tremendous shape in the parade ring. He's gone up £5 for being second at Market Race, and 7-1. I'm Spartacus, 15-2. Money for leading Contender, who I thought in coat was the paddock pick. So it's an intriguing start to the day here. Let's hope that we get more involved with the Scoop 6 as we go through the afternoon for you at home at least. So the runners walking out onto the track. Great to see some familiar faces here again. Let's see Henrietta Knight and Paul Nicholls and Jim Lewis, all the great stalwarts here. 1 or 2 champions as well been parading. So they're about to face the tape. Let's hand over high to the grandstands and say hello to Richard Hoyles.
So the runners preparing to be called in for the Severn Trent Wateraid handicap hurdle. 2 miles, 5 furlongs, the first race of the afternoon, starting in the centre of the racecourse, approaching the tapes. And they're off. Racing then with 2 flights of hurdles on this part of the course, and Decisive the first one to make a move to the front, although Seawall being encouraged to come and sit alongside the leader, but in a slightly extra stride at the first. They're all over safely. Jim Boreal on the extreme left is racing very keenly as they're quickly on towards flight number 2. And Seawall been taken to the front from Decisive and Penny Pictures at what appears to be a reasonable gallop. The whole field are over safely, although 92 team at the back of the field is just a touch outpaced and just niggled along through the very early stride. So Seawall setting what appears to be a brisk tempo as they'll now have this long run before they encounter flight number 3. Decisive on the inside, the red cap, the white cap of Penny Pictures, and splitting the pair, market leader Offerel Derry. From Dawn to Dusk on the inside in the halved colours, shows just ahead of Cold Mountain in the sheepskin noseband. Jim Boreal 3 wide on the track, still racing quite keenly. Leading Contender in the pale blue from Phoenix in the black, yellow and white. I'm Spartacus, red ruffles, and at the rear of the field is 92 team as Seawall leads the turn back towards flight number 3. So passing the 2 mile start, out in front Seawall by about 2 lengths from Decisive, Penny Pictures, and between the pair Offerel Derry. From Dawn to Dusk is towards the inside as they prepare to take flight number 3. No noticeable errors, still at the back of the field. 92 team, Timmy Murphy just continuing to cajole the horse along. He's about 3 lengths off the back end and just been struggling since the word go as they continue their progress up the straight. Still a furlong or so before they reach flight number 4. And Seawall with Tony McCoy also just a little active in the saddle. Of course, maybe racing a little idly in front, pricking his ears and having a look around him as he joins the course proper. Offerel Derry sits in second. Decisive is third with Penny Pictures. From Dawn to Dusk up the inside of Cold Mountain, Jim Boreal, pale blue of leading Contender. Phoenix, I'm Spartacus, red ruffles, and 92 team. And Decisive's been pulled up quite sharply on the approach towards that flood of hurdles. Decisive is out of the contest, seeming to go amiss on the approach towards flight number 4. So Seawall now about 2.5 to 3 lengths clear from in second Offerel Derry. From Dawn to Dusk is now left in third place with Penny Pictures as Decisive's just been dismounted by Paddy Merrigan in front of the stands. In 5th place towards the inner, Cold Mountain. Leading Contender goes up the rails with Jim Boreal. Then I'm Spartacus, Phoenix. A 92 team has got past Red Ruffles at the rear of the field as they meet the first flight of hurdles down the side of the course. Seawall from Dawn to Dusk and Offerel Derry are the first 3 over it. Couple of lengths to Cold Mountain on the inside of Penny Pictures and Leading Contender in the pale blue. Jim Boreal in 7th ahead of I'm Spartacus. And then towards the outside, kneeled along but improving Red Ruffles as they prepare to take the next flight in about half a furlong or so's time. And Tony McCoy, who's never really looked entirely comfortable on Seawall, has given the horse a reminder, continuing to give the impression that he feels he's racing a little indolently out in front. From Dawn to Dusk on the inside as they reach the next flight, soars over that. Back in the field, Red Ruffles is under pressure. Also, the whip is drawn on Penny Pictures towards the outside. So Seawall continuing to have to be encouraged along on the front end from Dawn to Dusk, and Wateraid, the front two in the market, both sitting just behind the leader at this stage. Leading Contenders travelled up well in the pale blue from Cold Mountain. I'm Spartacus, another one who's made some ground as they take that flight of hurdles from Penny Pictures. Ridden along Phoenix, Jim Boreal comes next, also off the bridle, as a few towards the back begin to toil. 92 team is picking off a few stragglers, but still is no closer than about 8th or 9th, as from Dawn to Dusk takes it up quite a long way from home on the run down towards the third last. So from Dawn to Dusk, with Wateraid poised on the leaders' quarters. Leading Contenders in third from Cold Mountain. Seawall didn't really respond to the pressure and is now back in 5th and labouring with I'm Spartacus as they make their way down towards the third last. From Dawn to Dusk on the right, Wateraid in the centre. On the left is Cold Mountain, and then towards the inside, Leading Contender. And they are the front four. From in 5th place, I'm Spartacus, as the leaders make their way down towards the second last. And it's the Philip Hobbs pair, Leading Contender, and from Dawn to Dusk, who prepare to take two from home just about together. Cold Mountain in third, Wateraid flattened it in 4th, then I'm Spartacus, as they begin the turn back towards home. From Dawn to Dusk, about a length or so clear. From Leading Contender, back in 3rd place now is Cold Mountain as they face the climb uphill from Dawn to Dusk in the hands of Richard Johnson. Leading Contender in the pale blue for Tom O'Brien as they come down towards the final flight. Cold Mountain is in 3rd, then I'm Spartacus. From Dawn to Dusk, about 2 lengths clear. Caesar stride at the last and picks up well. Leading Contender still has 2 lengths to find as they face the final 150 yards. I'm Spartacus from a long way back. 92 team stays on, but from Dawn to Dusk loves it at Cheltenham, and driven out will win the opener in a 1-2 for Philip Hobbs. Leading Contender was 2nd, I'm Spartacus 3rd, 92 team 4th, and back in 5th place, Cold Mountain.
Well, that's a great start to the day for the Philip Hobbs' team, wasn't it? 1st and 2nd, and a good 1st and 2nd as well. From Dawn to Dusk, return at 4-1, just sat behind the leaders. I thought jumped particularly well, and getting his first victory here from 3 starts at Cheltenham, but he has run well here before on both his previous efforts. Richard Johnson committed him approaching the 3rd last coming down the hill. Leading Contender was ridden more patiently by Tom O'Brien, was produced quite late. And super leap at the final flight. That was absolutely spot on, wasn't it? I mean, the second horse, Leading Contender, ran it pretty well, but from Dawn to Dusk was spring-heeled there and galloped on up the hill in great style. 4-1. Second, Leading Contender at 9-1. I'm Spartacus 3rd there at 15-2. Stayed on pretty nicely. And well done, Richard Hoyles, his charity.